Hello everyone. Gonna start in a couple of minutes. Just gonna grab my coffee. Yes, nobody's here. Cool. 1 sec. Don't die again. I'm actually going to stay in the fortress, so the castle. It's way easier. And anyway, they've made him a lot weaker now. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem either way. But thank you for being worried about me. Okay, so for those of you watching in a VOD in the future, just in case, we have garlic necklaces at 200k a pop. That is how much they are currently in Nevia. The talismans we have at 9k. They're pretty cheap now. They've gone down in price by a lot. So right now about 9k, so they won't be making much of the profit. I don't have any charms. We're still doing the bestiary. This one we have the most of. Heartless, Norcferatus. Don't even have a minor charm on him. And no animus. No praise, as you can see. So yeah, basically it's going to be like a naked run. No animus, no praise, no charms. 200k a pop for garlic necklaces. And I think we can probably start. So the reason I want to record this, stream this today, is because I'm not going to have the time to record a guide for this place anytime soon. Probably going to be like 2, 3, 4 weeks away. So at least I wanted to showcase how to hunt the fortress spawn. And I think this spawn, as far as the monk is concerned, is doable from level 600. It's probably doable earlier, but I think it makes sense from 600 once you have your Sanguine Claw, because the Sanguine Claw is great here. You want to be using Earth. So yeah, Sanguine Claw is the one. Okay, let's start. Markrai, the tier 2 sub. Thank you very much, Markrai. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's start. All right. For what it's worth, I tested this place earlier today off stream, and I was doing about up to 6.5 kk raw and like 2 kk profit per hour with the garlic necklaces. So pretty good. We'll see if we can match that on stream as well. Definitely a solid, significant buff today. All right, I've started off a bit funny. You should have no charms. I should have started by going up the staircase here, but whatever. I guess we can restart in a second just to showcase it, just to showcase a proper lap. The lap here isn't like perfect, by the way. There is a little bit of backtracking and stuff, but even so the results are still okay. All right, let's restart the lap, okay? Call it the new lap from here, just so we can watch. All right. No, there is no charms. I don't have any charms. I don't have a single charm. I don't even have half the charms like killed. I'm gonna be here for many hours before I have any charms. Tarantula, yeah, there's this one random tarantula, and it's quite annoying because it's actually it's immune to earth damage. So I need to target it with my basic attack, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It's your first test after update? No, I came here for half an hour earlier, straight after the SS. And yeah, it's good. I think it's good. We'll see if we can manage the same results that I made here when I tested earlier. But it's good. It's like really good. It's like the level of like Cobra basement, but with higher profit. So, you know, sort of like top 3 place, I would say. And this is in the castle fortress area, which is theoretically the worst one, right? Theoretically the worst one. So once I go to the Catacombs, I think I'm actually going to get the charms for the Norcferatus in here first. And once I have the charms, I'll go into the Catacombs and try the Catacombs properly then. I do have a bit of a lab figured out though, at least. Unfortunately, no great spot for MSED. Yeah, so the castle, this thing, that or the fortress that I'm doing right now, yeah, I don't think this one is any good for mages because there's not enough room to kite. But I do think the catacombs or the dungeons below should be fine for mages. There's enough room to kite there. For Paladin, yeah, I think Paladin and EK can hunt here pretty well. I think it's actually a good spot now. Like I mean, when I made my little review of this place, I said that, you know, it doesn't need much; it needs a bit of experience. I actually think they did more than I was expecting. So yeah, this level is kind of the worst. Like it's really hard to make a proper pull here. It's too big and not enough density. They should really add a bit more density to this top level, but whatever. They'll need to find some group work for various quests. Yeah, you just need to be the one to organize it. Unlike when I needed those quests, I would just write on the server Discord. I'd be like, I'm hosting access quest to this. Does anybody want to join? And then we set time and we did it. It's kind of hard otherwise. Yeah, so as you see, there was a little bit of backtracking. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of backtracking here that needs to be done. And there is a tiny bit of back spawn, but that's okay. Like they spawn in as I'm killing. It's all right. When I tested this earlier, it seemed like the profit here without any garlic necklaces was around like 1 KK per hour. And with garlic necklaces, about 2 KK per hour. So obviously pretty damn good, right, for this level. But guaranteed 1 KK profit per hour without any rare items is you know, it's pretty good. Much better than what it was before. And also, it's just a lot easier than it was. At least it feels easier with the Sanguine Claw, now that I have it. Last time I was here was before 600, so I didn't have Sanguine Claw. Well, do I think it's the best build for bosses as a monk? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, there is what build? You mean what, the wheel? I think ascetic is the best wheel for bosses. I don't really think the other ones really do anything. And if you don't mean the wheel, then I don't really know what you mean. Ah, hey, barcode. Yep. I mean, I only stream about 3 times a week, so yeah, you've almost caught all of them. All right, that was 1 lap, by the way. 6 minutes for a whole lap. We've just done the first lap, and now we're restarting from here. When to use the 3 different virtues? You just use Virtue of Harmony for hunting and Virtue of Justice for bossing. That's current setup. You don't. They're healing ones, sustain. You only use in like niche circumstances, like run into a boss or something, you know. You never use it for like actual, you know, content. Started playing Tibia because of my monk guides. Very cool. Happy to hear that. Oh, sorry that happened to you. Unless you're actually really enjoying it. Don't worry, Mercs. I'll be done with charms before it's nerfed, so it's all good. Ethereal Cone Hat P4 is really worth. Okay. P4. I think I'd prefer T4 legs, but... Still mediocre respawn. I don't know about mediocre right now, at least for the monk. I don't know how about other vocations. At least for the monk, it's very good. It's not the best respawn, but it's up there, I'd say. I don't think it's not so good that it needs a nerf, but it's finally huntable, you know. That's why I wasn't really hunting here until now, because I was waiting for a buff. I knew it was coming, and it's a pretty good one, I'd say. I'm curious to see what like team hunts will be able to do in the dungeons. There is definitely a few like awkward pulls, like where you have to do like some weird shit here. Six KK raw before. Well, with charms, I'll be able to do like over 7 KK raw solo now. I think. If you were doing duo at 1.1k level and doing 6kk raw, I feel like you were hunting it somewhat badly, even before the buff. I think more than that was possible. I always overpot like crazy, by the way, whenever I'm streaming. When I was hunting here solo, I was doing about 100 potions per 10 minutes. Now I've done 230 in the same time. As I just look at chat and I mindlessly spam the potions, so the profit is much worse than it would be otherwise. Annoying. I need to work on that. Not using transcendence potions? I am. Just forgetting. There we go. Thank you. I was trying to leave Dawnpoint with my monk spells were hitting nothing on the creatures, because you're probably using the physical weapon. You want to be using the energy weapon. It's because of armor. Don't use the physical weapons on low level because all the damage gets blocked by armor. It's just poor design. What level can EK start here? As soon as you've got a good earth weapon, basically. Probably 500 to 600-ish you can probably hunt here on EK. If you have a good earth weapon. So not an axe. An axe you probably need to be at least 600. Maybe even more. Hey, Lugo. Is it doable to RP as well? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Paladin can hunt here as well. It's this respawn's viable for everybody. It's kind of tricky on mages at least though, because there's not that much room to run here. For mages, you really want to go to the dungeons. But for everyone else, this is okay. It's a bit of an awkward layout though, and on higher levels, you still will want to go to the dungeons. I'm going to do my charms here in this fortress castle area because it's pretty good. I'll do the 2 basic charms on the Norcferatus and then I'll move on. GSPs. Ah. I need to watch my usage of USPs. I'm using too many. It's really not necessary. I'm not focusing when I stream as much on the potions. Yeah, I wish they removed that tarantula. I really do. But I don't think they will. I'm kind of bored of giving feedback to Tipsoft. They should really think some of these things through themselves. They should really increase the density, for example, on the top floor here still. Like I can kill like 5 monsters there and I have to go. But it's okay. It's a fine respawn now. It's a fine respawn. I'm definitely going to enjoy hunting here. Quite a while. Where do I get the best experience right now? Right now, the best experience is Zao Dragons. You know, War Dragons, Mega Dragons. That would be best experience. After that, probably Cobras. And after that, Cobra Bastion, that is. And after that, probably Cobra Basement, Nagas, and Azalon. And then here. This is probably like a top 5 respawn. It's going to be once I have Charms and Animus and stuff. They're focusing on the new zombie game. Well, I hope you're excited for it, because I am going to give it a go, and I'll stream it when it's actually out. I believe in Tipsoft. I'm sure it's going to be great. Hey, boo-boo. Dragons +2 solo. I don't know which one. Both are doable. One of them is hard, right? The one that has loads of mega dragons. But yeah, people hunt it solo on 600 monks, and it's fine. Here we go. First garlic necklace. What's the best spawn for prof on 676 EK? Oh, dude, I haven't played EK in a long time. I imagine Overworld is still up there. Were-Tiger's probably pretty good. Probably like 1.3 or 1.4 or something. Doable. But honestly, I haven't played EK now in a few years, really, so I don't really remember. When I was still playing EK, I think like Warzone 8 was still up there as one of the best respawns, but I think that was nerfed. Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah, I also don't. Yeah, I don't think this persist. I've watched a couple of like let's plays of this persist online, and it actually doesn't look that terrible to me. I think that there may be a marketing issue though, and also just, you know, zombie survival just sounds terrible, right? It just sounds so 10 years ago type of deal, right? But from the actual gameplay and how it plays and the idea behind the game, it seems okay. It's just, I feel like no one's gonna even try it just because it's a zombie survival, which is just, I don't know. Not very intriguing or interesting concept anymore, right? Hi there, I'm currently 370 EK casual player. How do I get so much KK to afford soul equipment? Well, you won't be able to get it by level 400 if you're a casual player. I guess, I don't know. I don't really know. You would have to choose like some profit spot and just sit there for weeks or months. On 370 EK, casual player, probably like Well Lions is still like your best option, something like that. $6.4 KK raw. Okay, we're starting to pick up a little bit in experience. Yeah, this is pretty good, right? I have no charms, no animas, no praise. 6.4 raw with good profit. This is it's a good spot. And yeah, you know, ultimately the castle area is what I'm hunting now. This is supposed to be like the quest area, not even the best hunting ground, right? The dungeons is supposed to be the hunting grounds, as far as I can tell. Those are supposed to be the good ones. Bro, this random tarantula, man. Ah, tarantula egg. Worth it. Worth it. Alright, we're picking up the pace a little bit. Picking up the pace. Experience starting to look a bit better. Doing a bit of overkilling. This is my one concern a little bit with this respawn. Like, I'm already sort of kind of overkilling it. Without charms and stuff. So I do think if I get charms here and still want to hunt here, then I'll probably need to adjust the route somewhat. Otherwise, I'll just overkill too much the respawn. I'll probably need to add an extra pull somewhere. I think there is way to add an extra pull on the bottom floor. So it probably still be okay. Hell, I may even look into adding that pull now already, because this overkilling is not optimal. Was it buffed? Yeah. buffed a solid amount too. So you know, I'll just say I'm doing my charms here ASAP while it's in this state. I think it's not impossible that they may bring this down a little bit with time. It was needed, yes. It was needed. They've done a little bit more experience than what I thought, actually. They buffed the experience by, what, 13%, was it? Whereas, I don't know, I felt like 5% probably would have been already sufficient to make it pretty good. Yeah, fair enough. I guess it is the main summer update respawn, right? So they do want it to be actually viable, at least for some time. And like, if nobody is going to hunt here, then that makes it for a bit of an embarrassing summer update. Hej, szybko jak se to? Yeah, this floor needs the most work. This top floor, definitely the worst one. Definitely needs more density than what it is at the moment. 6.6 raw, almost 6.7. Yeah, this is a solid place, dude. This is really solid for a weird ass layout as well, and backtracking and stuff, and no charms, no animus. This is good. It's a good respawn now. Is it better than Naga's? I'd say it's going to be pretty close to Naga's. Around Naga's level, I'd say. With potential for higher profit if you get lucky with your greater garlics. But I think it's on the level of like Naga's. It's going to be worse experience-wise than Cobra Bastion. And worse experience-wise than War Dragons. But I think it may be like the top 3 experience respawn, you know? At the level of like Naga's and like Azalon. I think. What about Catacombs? I haven't tried it yet since the update, but it's going to be better, right? The experience in Catacombs is even better. I'll cry with a cheer. Thank you. Harder or easier? Harder or easier? Oh, the Nagas. Probably a little harder. A little harder than Nagas. But honestly, here, now that they've changed the elements around a little bit, and with the Sanguine Claw, it's really not bad. I mean, I'm not, I don't know how close you're watching, but I can tell you that I am not feeling like I'm struggling, you know? Sometimes, like, you know, I'm really, really having to try hard with my healing and stuff to stay alive. But now, it's like, whatever, you know? And it's no big deal to hunt here. So I wouldn't put the difficulty of this spot at 600 plus with Sanguine Claws are much higher than Nagas. It's harder than Nagas, but it's like a, you know, Nagas at level 600 plus is like a 3 out of 10. This is like a 5 out of 10 or something. They're both perfectly doable. Nope. I stopped looking and immediately had to pop my energy ring for the first time. I was looking at chat too much. So yeah, you still need to be, you know, you need to be mindful of the potential spikes. Still possible here. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think this was I don't know. I think for now it's a good balancing thing. I'm curious how much the price of garlic necklaces will drop after this, because if now this is actually a good respawn, you know, people will start hunting here. The garlic necklaces will start dropping. I wonder if the price of them is not going to drop too much, but there is so much demand for them that surely they still worth quite a bit, even if loads of people are dropping them here, right? Right now in Nevia, Before I listed a few just a few moments ago, the lowest sell-off was like 250k, and the buy-off was 80k. So it's kind of hard to say what their real price is, right? But I think at the moment around 200k, and eventually it may drop down to like 100k a pop on average or something. But even so, it's pretty nice rare to loot here, right? It's like an MPA or something. Sell them all today. Yeah, I'm listing them as I'm dropping them. Yeah, the price will definitely drop. No doubt about that. Same with the talismans. The talismans have already dropped like crazy. Once people start hunting here even more, the talismans will drop even more. The talismans will be like going to Yasir soon for 700 GP a pop. My level 180 monk still feels strong even after the nerfs, and I enjoy it more than my 500 RP. Excellent. Yes, it's still strong. Still feels very good to play. So yeah, that's great, dude. Which we love Destiny using. I'm still using Aesthetic. There was a little bit of talk about people bigging up their spiritual outburst wheel for me. I am not sold, but I am willing to give it another try at some point. Not in the next few days because another garlic necklace. That's 28 minutes. I am going away for a few days, Thursday to Sunday. I'm going to a wedding in the UK. I'll be away for a few days, but maybe when I get back, I'll try the spiritual outburst wheel a little bit and share the findings. Yeah, the profit here is, as far as I can tell, the profit is around 1 to 1.2 kk per hour without any garlic necklaces. And with garlic necklaces, the profit goes up. I still don't know where to really stand here, to be honest, on this floor. It's not very good. The profit is about 1.1, 1.2 kk per hour without any garlic necklaces. And you can expect to, get somewhere between like 3 to like 7 or 8 garlic necklaces if you get lucky. So if they're like 200k a pop, it's a lot of profit, right? You can be looking at 2kk per hour-ish profit. But like I say, I expect them to probably go down in price a little bit now that this respawn is a lot better. Hence, more people will be hunting here. Supply and demand. The demand's still the same, but the supply is going to increase. Five minutes boost. Okay. Rebuy boost in 5 minutes. Definitely good enough to be boosting in here. Monk feels like a knight that can heal properly. Yeah, kind of. Although I don't think that the monk healing itself is that much higher than the EKs. It's more that the monk avoids a lot of the damage that the EK is otherwise forced to take, right? You're kiting and 5 boxing, so you're just taking a lot less damage than the EK is. Although you do also have the spirits, right? Which spirits make a lot easier to maintain your health with some extra healing from the potions. And the virtue healing as well. Yeah, you know, maybe on second thought, the monk does have more healing than the EK. You think this spot is valid on 500? What, on the monk? Or just on other vocation? I think on the monk, it's possible, but the thing is you want to be using earth here, right? So Sanguine Claw is the way to go. You can come here. It's not, energy is also fine, but it is worse. So yeah, you can come here at 500, but then you're both weaker, have less health and less level damage, and you're using a worse element weapon. So yeah, okay, it's probably doable. I mean, I hunted here before 600, right? I even streamed it here at some point. But the results are definitely going to be much, much worse than just waiting for 600 and having the Sanguine Claw. Maybe if EK didn't have to chug manas. Yeah, if EK didn't have to chug manas and could just chug potions, healing potions, that would be a lot better. Hey, do you have charms? Nope, no charms, nothing. No charms, no praise, no animus. I wonder if I even need to wallbox in this room. Probably not. Probably easier if better if I don't. Yeah, I think the Catacombs will be a top tier spot. I don't know. Maybe we can still try it at the end of the stream if you want. I've got another hour and a half or so that I can stream. So maybe let's do another hour here. And then maybe towards the end of the stream, we can do a quick lap on Catacombs dungeons. I don't think it's going to be that much different, though. I feel like I think the Catacombs, they will have a higher ceiling. But currently on my level, I expect the results to be kind of similar. I think, you know, if I was like level 1k, I definitely need to go Catacombs because I'd be like hardcore overkilling everything here. But I think at my level, this here is perfectly fine. And I don't think there's going to be a massive difference of results if I go to Catacombs. And it will be harder as well. Yeah, maybe we'll start taking this pull out here. Maybe it's a bit better. I don't know. Yes, definitely. The dungeons definitely have a higher ceiling and scaling, but also, yeah, much higher difficulty. They have a lot more of those dwarves, which, well, were the strongest monster here prior to the change. I expect them still to be the strongest monster and most dangerous monster, but maybe after the change to the damage split, maybe they're not as bad now. I will definitely test the dungeons at some point, but I like hunting here now because this has the highest density of the Norcferatus, right? The little Norcferatus. And I would love to just do that bestiary on them, just to have the 2 basic charms of Norcferatus before going dungeons. That would make it a lot easier. And I will do them here very quickly, right? I'm killing like 300-400 an hour, so it's really going to be quite a quick bestiary for those. When I hunted here for half an hour earlier, I had 5 garlic necklaces in half an hour. Now I have 2 in 37 minutes so far. Where's my streamer client when I need it? Take a quick drink of coffee. Could you quickly mention the charm order you prefer for monk? Low blow, savage blow are the 2 best ones. If I can choose 2, I would choose low blow, savage blow. But if you're going to be saving up for those for ages, then I do think now that charm resets exist, I do think it's valid to get the 3 best elemental charms to start with. So freeze, zap, poison, in my opinion. Get those 3. And then once you have 4,000 charm points, just reset to low blow, savage blow. And then get the elementals afterwards. Especially if you're solo hunting. Like solo hunting, low blow, savage blow are really great. Hate when the chain hits only one creature. Yeah. Well, I love chain, but of course it does also come with that issue. Now imagine a fully charged spiritual outburst with damn it. Where do I go? Let's go here. Fully charged spiritual outburst that whips and it's one target. That's why I don't like using it. It just feels bad when that happens. It's fine for team hunting, but kind of sus for solo hunting. I was team hunt with a monk. Not great. Especially at higher levels, not great. He's very, very good on low level team hunts. Like he just very easily replaces a paladin in a team hunt at low levels. Not so great on a higher level. Rune, thank you. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're just testing the buffed Norcferatus. So far so good. At least for a 600 monk with no charms, no animus, no praise. Feels pretty great. You know, definitely up there in a competitive respawn, along the level of like Nagas or something. So pretty good. Pretty good. I haven't tried the Catacombs yet. I'm expecting that to be pretty good as well. Oh well, Rune, you're gonna hate a video I have scheduled for tomorrow. Then, spoiler alert. I don't care, Rune. I don't care. Honestly, people hate anyway, so you know, they should blame Tipsoft, right? I'm not a developer. I'm not responsible for this. I'm just showcasing. But I'm not gonna stop ever. Why buy first Soul Garb or the helmet? I'd buy helmet first. From level 400 plus items, obviously Soul Commerce is the best one, but expensive. But after that, I would get the ring and the helmet first. The boots and the armor, not so good. The boots especially is like the very final purchase I made. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everyone. Just a player, yeah, exactly. I'm just a player. I'm just a nobody, right? Why are people hating on the player? What's that famous saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't blame the player, blame the game, right? It fits perfectly. That's where the saying comes from, right? Axor, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. How about boots from Mitmar? Are those decent compared to... Yes. If you can get those, the X foot wraps, very, very good. I kind of wish I had them. I definitely plan to buy them at some point. I do believe they are the best offensive boots for the monk. So if you can get those, by all means. However, you do give up a fair amount of protection by using them. So only use them for like, you know, easy respawns where you are very comfortable. And for those respawns, yes, the X boots are actually better than the Soul boots. What about trousers? Yes, get the trousers. The trousers are really cheap. The trousers are incredible, but they're 500 plus, right? So you need to have the level for them. But yeah, the trousers are incredible and currently still very cheap. So yeah, I mean, I'd get the trousers over the helmet and the ring, but you know, it's like higher level, right? So that's a different set of best in slot consideration. The items I listed, I was talking with regards to like level 400 stuff. If you're 500, then you get the trousers. They're amazing. Dr. Marrow trousers. Oh, you mean the mutant hide trousers? I mean, those are very good as well, but you know, expensive for a mid-game item. Oh, I forgot about my boost. Let me get my boost going. There we go. You don't have money for Sanguine, so you put tears in your Cobra bow. Something does not make sense here. I'm poor, so I play the lottery kind of energy, you know? I don't know about that, bro. I would have saved for the Sanguine items myself, especially as they're not that expensive. I mean, Sanguine items on the Monk only cost like 80k each or something, so it's really not... that's about as much as the bloody Cobra bow, isn't it? The Cobra bow is like 60k or something. It almost costs as much as the Sanguine items. Would you go Mutant Trousers or Jade Legs tier 3? I would not go either of those tier 3 dudes. If you're gonna tier legs, tier your Sanguine legs. Do not tier legs below Sanguine. Seriously, not worth. Do I think Paladin needs a nerf? Seeing as probably half my viewer base is Paladins, I'm gonna keep quiet. Why do you have an ink claw in your backpack? It's my energy trinket. It's a claw, so it makes sense, right? It's the monk's one, isn't it? Claw, right? Like all my claw weapons. Right? Yeah, indeed. Makes sense. Surely it's for the monk, right? I didn't actually check. I just assumed that the claw is the monk's energy trinket, right? Did you buy it or dropped it? I looted it. I was honestly convinced that the energy trinkets from the Sir Leonard or whatever his name is were 100% drop chance, because I looted 2 in my first 2 kills, and I was just like, oh yeah, those are going to be like, you know, 10k each in no time. They drop from every single boss kill, and apparently they're like 1 in 1 in 50. So I just got obscenely lucky in my first kills of Sir Leonard. Yeah, I killed 2 of them and I looted 2. I looted the Ink Claw and I looted the one for the Druid as well. So yeah, I was under the impression that they are very common and very easy to obtain. But yeah, what do you think about tiers for Monk? I think I'm gonna be tiering my legs and Sanguine Claw eventually. So yeah, weapon and legs. And I think late game, sort of high level, I think the helmet is going to be very, very good for like some crazy shenanigans with focus harmony, cooldown reduction gems, and focus serenity, and you know, double spenders with spiritual outburst and sweep and takedown. I think momentum is going to be really good for that, but that's like a high level consideration, so I'm not really looking at it yet. Although I think even momentum at lower level on the helmet is going to be pretty good for being able to like remove the flurry of blows from your rotation. Just a single proc of the momentum in your rotation means you can replace flurry of blows with an extra chain, which is much better. It's flurry of blows. What do I think about the top monk playing and rottings for so long now? Is he? What, Bizung? I have not checked in on Bizung in a few weeks. Is that what he's doing now? Is he actually doing solid experience there? Oh, another garlic necklace. Boom. Hang on a minute. We've got a lot of respawn here somehow. 13 KK raw. That's better than dragons, presumably. Ah, okay. Cool. I didn't know it was that good. I didn't realize that was like a meta respawn. Fair enough. That's great. I don't really think anything about it. I mean, I don't team hunt, so good for him. Definitely not jealous. Tested Truosaurus with Sanguine already? I have, but Sanguine is not better, Alchemic. I tried, and I think Solcamas is still better, Truosaurus. Like, Earth is just a straight up worse element than energy at Truosaurus. Not a lot, but like 5% overall. So Sanguine Claws would have to themselves be like 5% better than Solcamas. And they're not really. They're a little bit better. They have like +1 attack, +1 magic level or something. But that does not make them 5% better, you know? So it's still better to go with Solcamas or Truosaurus, in my opinion. I actually finished the Solcamas. I finished the Truosaurus Bestiary yesterday. So yeah, I was trying it quite a lot actually yesterday. And yeah, Solcamas is better ultimately at Truosaurus. Buffed too much, time to abuse. Yep. I'm gonna be spamming charms here right now. I'm gonna complete it as soon as possible. Chatter. I don't know about buff too much, but it's definitely very competitive now. And this is why I kind of expected something like this to happen, which is why I didn't bother hunting here previously. Yep, very, very good right now. Very good. And my results are suffering at the moment from the fact that I'm streaming. I can tell you that the results here are very good for a 600 monk. Probably like, sort of, you know, going by my tier ratings, I would say it's like an S- tier. Maybe like just below like the absolutely top, you know, 1 or 2 respawns. So solid. Ever tried Ingo? Yeah, I tried Ingo. It was garbage. The elements... Ingo is like one of the few respawns where the elements just don't make sense. For the monk, you have to use physical. So you have to use your Falcon Sai, which is just not very good. And they debuffing your fist all the time. And it's just a no. It's a no from me. I don't know, maybe once you're like level 800 and you're much more powerful, maybe you can make Ingol work somehow, somewhere, but I think Ingol is going to be a no for a monk outside of Team Hunt, to be honest. You are not selling your Soul Kamas? Probably not. I think if I wasn't a content creator and I didn't want, you know, and it wasn't important to me to have the ability to test different things and showcase different things at all times, I probably would sell Soul Kamas, but I am a content creator, so I kind of need to have all the weapons. I think if I wasn't a content creator, I would just sell it and wait for it to drop in price, because I think it will. Now that more and more monks are getting higher and higher levels and they're going to be using the Sanguine Claws more, I think Soul Kamas is going to start dropping in price. Kamas is like almost 10 times as expensive as the Sanguine. I think Kamas is like, I don't know, 600 KK at the moment, and Claws are like 80. So, you know, the difference is in price is like basically the whole price, you know? Kind of funny. Next best in slot should be physical. Yes, I think so too. If, you know, oh shit. In a minute. I expect that when we do get a best in slot weapon, it will be a physical weapon indeed. So yeah, I don't know. Next summer update, I guess. You know, like a 600 plus physical weapon. Honestly, that's not something I'm looking forward to, because outside of Ingol, like physical is really not very good. Maybe if they added maybe if the best in slot physical weapons that they added had like a special modifier which makes them ignore armor. You know, at that point, it'd be like Giga Chad. At that point, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But outside of that, as long as armor is a thing in the way it is in the game, physical is never going to be good enough to use unless they add some respawn where there's like monsters are like 130% weak to physical or something, which they will never do, because that would make paladins absurdly broken in those respawns. So I don't think physical will ever be all that good for the monk. So if they give us a best in slot physical weapon at 600 plus, kind of yikes, to be honest. Don't know about that. Or they add a fire weapon? Nah, then they're not giving us any of elements. Or if they add a lot higher attack on the monk weapons with physical, yeah, I don't know, maybe, but still, it's still ultimate. There's still ultimately not that many. The paladin issue with the diamond arrows like always bottlenecks physical. That always means that physical cannot be that great anywhere, because the paladins, you know, bloody paladins. It's always the paladins' fault. Just delete paladin already, please. But yes, the permanent like physical damage from paladin, yeah, just means no respawn can be like super weak to physical, unless they did a respawn which is like weak to physical, but like 100% resistant to holy. Oh, give me some of that. I want it. Give me a weak to physical but immune to holy respawn. Oh god, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. Well, that's probably what's going to happen then, right? If they do do a rebalance like everyone's expecting, that's probably how the rebalance is going to work. The charms will only trigger on the main target, just like perfect shot, right? And then they will have to obviously compensate somehow for that such big a nerf to paladins. But what they will do, who knows? Why does Tipsoft have to add so many ranged monsters to every respawn all the time? My god. At least we have an absolutely insane ranged etc. But still, it's still annoying. Yeah, today's changelog is really, really good. Like, even outside of this Norcferatus stuff, it's a pretty nice patch overall. So yeah, big win. Rare Tipsoft W. Rare Tipsoft W. I didn't have to react with a clown emoji to the patch notes. Normally every news tick and patch notes get a little clown emoji from me in Discord. Today they got a Giga Chad emoji reaction. Oh, when I see balancing changes, my heart stops. Yeah, me too, pal. PTSD. Oh, it's Tipsoft doing to us. FBI, open up! Have you tried the TTS yet, Mimo? I added it last time. Why don't you go to lower floors? I believe you have access. Yeah, we're gonna go to lower floors. The main reason is that I kind of want to do the bestiary here as quick as possible on the little ones. But yeah, we are gonna go to Catacombs. Like, let me burn my boost. And then we're gonna go to Catacombs for a few minutes. And towards the end of the stream. Yeah, well, the Paladins and EKs have been used to being the best solo vocations for a long time, so they just... So, the monks, the EKs and the Paladins just insecure about another vocation overtaking them in solo hunting, that's all. You know? Hi John in the background wall hunting. Heard you say something about Catacombs. Was Catacombs buffed? Norcferatus dungeons have been buffed. Not like Ormond Catacombs. Norcferatus just in general have been buffed. And pretty damn good now. For supplies, they can use boring mana nerfs on spells. Yeah, the problem is the eternal problem for the monk for Tipsoft will be balancing low levels and high levels, because by high levels they can do the zero supply stuff through the natural kiting and sustain. But that doesn't mean that like low level monk is all that broken. Low level monk already has like, you know, reasonable issues with mana sustain and stuff. So it's kind of hard, kind of harsh even to up the mana costs on low level, right? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna address it, if they will address it. Good luck to them, I suppose. It'd be much cooler in order to access Norcferatus, it'd be necessary 100 vampire tokens. Oh my god. I'm glad you don't design the quest. Get a load of this guy. Yes, amulet. Thank you, thank you. 100 vampire tokens. One sec. Would you recommend RP for Monk or Monk for first timer? Either's fine. Either's fine. I think the Paladin suffers from expensive supplies, while the Monk suffers from expensive gear. Right, on the like mid levels, while the Paladin has to pay 130.
Monks, they're fantastic. Some of the best players are monks and everybody knows it. Balanced class, very strong, but fair. People crying for nerfs? Losers. They're just jealous. No nerfs, ain't happening. We made monks great and we're keeping it like that.
Good take. Good take. Agreed. Agreed. Where was I? You don't have Catacombs access. I do have Catacombs access. I'm trying to do the bestiary as much as possible on the Norcferatus, on the little ones, because they have the highest density here. But we will check out Catacombs a bit later. But this is already very, very good. So, you know, I'm already having a good time here. I just wanted to showcase this one first. And we're going to go to Catacombs a little bit later. Yeah, the vampire tokens. I mean, the vampire tokens is just an achievement hunter thingy, right? I mean, I wouldn't hate it if it was like you needed to give 1 vampire token to access this area, okay? But 100? Like, Jesus Christ. Given 1, you know, maybe. Even 1 would make it, would skyrocket the price of Vampire Lord tokens. They're not that common. Could pin that comment. For now, I'm doing Ascetic Nishida. I will try Outburst eventually, but I don't have very much time this week. I'm going away for the weekend for a wedding, so I'm kind of just focusing on, you know, regular play. When I come back and I have a little bit more time, I'll actually spend some time testing Outburst at that point. But it's gonna be a few days before I do that. Yeah, 1kk on my server. Yeah, exactly. They are that expensive. So, you know, paying 1kk for an access I think is okay, but 100? And not to say that if you needed 100 tokens to access this place, then the price of the tokens would go up from 1kk to like 5kk because of the extra demand. So, yeah. The extra access in Vengoff is something with this update. There's not much of an extra access in Vengoff. The respawn is just on Vengoff, so you just need to have access to Vengoff, right? And then this hunting ground is in Vengoff. I don't think there's any like new real stuff in Vengoff related to the quest, other than obviously the quest itself here. But yeah, you just need access to Vengoff, that's all. They should rework Vengoff Castle. Yeah, I actually really like Vengoff Castle as like as a respawn, the way it looks and the lore behind it and stuff. But yes, I would definitely buff it somewhat to make it more viable. I think it could definitely benefit with I don't know what they should change there though, because I don't think the monsters that are there necessarily need a buff. I don't know, maybe the layout needs to be changed a bit, you know? Maybe they should add like some sort of trapdoors on top, like in the Medusa Tower sort of deal, on top of all the Van Gogh towers, and maybe that would be sufficient. Don't know. I know you have to like backtrack there a fair amount. Another topic. Once you mentioned you bought 300 something to skip doing Oromon tasks. What were these? It was the probing task. You can do the you can buy the probing stuff. Someone can prepare like 300 probes for you, and then they can throw them on like one SQM for you, and you just click in one button. You can do Oromon access 300 points in about like 20 minutes this way. There's the probing task that can be purchased and sold basically. Takes a fair amount of preparation though, so it's going to be quite expensive. I paid 500 Tibi coins for it. I don't know what the real value is, but for me, 500 Tibi coins was an absolute bargain. Yamao Mam, thank you for the Prime sub, appreciate it. Thank you. Even the quest I leave out mission. Yeah, me too, Mimo. The only reason I will complete Blood Brothers eventually is to unlock the bestiary entries of the vampire bosses. But yes, otherwise, and also to be able to fiend hunt in there. But yeah, otherwise it's total garbage quests, right? They can definitely revisit it a bit more. Oh, god damn it. All right. Can I send only auction an ID of my monk here? Full set level 693. You can send a whole auction if you want. It's fine. Just send a whole link to the auction if anybody's interested in a monk. And what should you do for the remaining 200 points? You should do tainted capsules. You should hand in the tainted capsules. Very cheap, very quick. Hello, is it good loot or not? Yeah, it's good loot. And I've actually gotten fairly unlucky, gained just 3 garlic amulets in 1 hour and 9 minutes. Previously, I had 5 and 30 minutes. I actually don't know what the expected drop rate here is, but it feels like it should be more than what I've got in here. But yeah, profit here is very good now, and experience is good as well. And this is with like no charms, no animus, no praise while streaming. It's good respawn. Good respawn. Rare Tipsoft W. Yamao Mam. Okay. 500 TCs for 300 points is definitely more than what people usually pay. Really? Okay, well. Either way, you know, for me, this is like 500 TCs is like, what, $20, right? To save like 3 hours of grind, definitely worth it. And if that's on the expensive side, then I guess it's even more worth it for like a normal regular price. Go on, give me a bit more. Give me a few more garlic necklaces. Why are you so stingy today, monsters? You could have just shared the link. You didn't need to, God, you didn't need to do a data dump in chat. Just okay, all right, calm down, okay? You don't. We just share the link, dude. Like, don't be. Oh my God. Just share the link to the auction and that's it. We don't need a a lol. It's funny. No, I do not skill at all. I only use the I only skill during double events. I think I skilled a tiny bit when the monk first came out. Like the first, couple of weeks or so when the monk came out, I used a couple of weapons maybe then without double event, but since then I only do skilling during double events. And not that much of a whale. I only have 109 high scores fist. I have +4 from loyalty, so that makes it 113 effective fist. So it's nothing insane, right? Okay, all right, run meter. There you go. Thank you. What would you recommend for a club EK on Truosaurus, Soul Maber or Bludgeon? What is the Bludgeon? That's Earth, right? So I presumably it's the same deal as on the Monk, where it makes more sense to use the energy one. Like I think Soul Kamas on the Monk is better than the Sanguine Claw. So basically, yeah, energy is better than Earth. So I think on a club EK, I'd probably go Soul Maber. I think generally people sell them in 300 set burn because, I don't know, maybe you can find someone doing 200, but I think it's generally considered to be like a 300 point type of deal. Or maybe you could negotiate. Came back after like 10 years off. Your site and guides helped me a lot to understand the new features. Still not sure about charms and praise. Cheers. Cool. Thank you. Welcome back. Charms and praise are some of like the easier features. I think it's the wheel that I usually find is the complex feature. Yeah, you'll get there though. All of those are fairly easy to understand once you play a little bit more and just play around with them. I think overall people use Maber over Bludgeon. Yeah, I would expect so. Just like, yeah, again, I use Soul Kamas over the Sanguine Claws. It felt better. Hey, Swedish. Also, that came back 7 months ago after 20 years off, and your webcam videos are my holy grail. Awesome. I'm always, you know what though, I'm always a tiny bit worried when I hear people watching my videos after coming back from such a long break, because ultimately, my content is largely aimed at, min-maxes in a way. Like the results I try to showcase is like the absolute, peaks and pinnacle of what you can do in Tibia. So I'm always a little bit worried that, a less experienced player will come in and attempt the respawns at the exact same levels and then blame me for dying and stuff. So I hope you're aware of that, and that, you add 50 levels or something to some of the places to make sure that you can actually manage there. I'm always scared when you stream good hunts, we get nerfed right after. No more nerfs, don't worry. Although I swear, Swedish, I swear to God, every time there's a nerf, you come into this chat and you say that you're quitting and that you've had enough, it's bullshit, you're not playing. And then I see you a week later like, I hope we don't get nerfed again. Come on, dude. Just embrace the nerfs. Embrace the nerfs. Just enjoy it while it lasts. I died on Leftlings 2 times because of your videos. Oops. New spawn should be a little bit overpowered initially to encourage players to contest. So, yep, I agree. I think like if they add a new summer respawn, make it good, right? It's a real shame if they add a new big summer update respawn and it's like total garbage and no one hunts there, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've overbuffed it. I think for now it's just good. It's not going to be like crazy. Although I think it's possible that there may be some level range, some sort of combination where it's broken. I don't know what that is. Maybe there's some crazy team hunt at some level where it's really good here. But I think we're gonna a little bit longer before we'll know for sure. Right now, it just seems to be a pretty damn good spot for a 600 monk. I'm managing Summer Core pretty well at TK using monk style. Okay. I think I have a video on that actually. I think my first Summer Core video on the EK was actually monk style, right? Half boxing, if I recall correctly. For beginners, Summer Core for beginners, I think that was. God, that feels like a lifetime ago. I've been doing this a long time at this point. Go on, give me some garlic necklaces. Like, this is a really poor garlic necklace drop rate. What is this proper? 1.7 KK? Pathetic. My hardest handicap is I'm in a relatively new server and all 300 plus items are ultra expensive. Yeah. So you should add like plus 100 levels to all the places. Yeah, that's it. That's a real issue. That's I know that people hunt on like Kusnier and all the new servers. A big struggle sometimes because of that, indeed. How could it improve monks team hunting? Well, the real question is, how can they improve team hunting without making solo hunting absolutely bonkers and crazy? Because this is the question that they actually need to answer. Because they can make team hunting better by just bumping the numbers, but then again, they'll find themselves in a situation where solo hunting is too insane, right? So honestly, I don't have a super clear answer. I do think overall going in the direction of more targets but lower damage is probably how they're going to do it and what they probably need to do. But I don't know if I trust them to do it the right amount. Sigio! I don't actually know how to say your name. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Sigio, probably, right? I'm guessing it's Sigio. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, just a yeah. Great dependence that changed to 20 targets for like 50 damage each. Maybe the problem with the thing is though, what they also need to do in that case, they need to. Oh god, where am I going? They also need to tweak their jump ranges of the chains. This is like a thing that annoys me a lot. Is that the jump range is really quite low, so you often do end up in this situation where you just where you hit like one target, and even though there's lots more targets, because of the jump range, it just fizzles out. And the fact that in Tibia, understandably so, they do not allow to hit the same target back and forth. So if you have 2 targets, it's not like it's going to be jumping back and forth between 2 targets, because that would be absolutely insane for like PvP and bossing. So I understand why they don't do it, but then that means they should just increase their jump range, right? Right now it's like 1, right? Maybe 2. The jump range is 2, I think. They need to increase that to like 3 or 4 or something, like way bigger jump range, so that the chains actually land instead of fizzling out. And that would be already a great change, especially for Spiritual Outburst. But again, that is the sort of change that's going to improve both solo hunting and team hunting. So I don't know that they want to do something like that. Jumping mechanic could be tied to Serenity. How? What, more targets while you're serene? I feel like the serene status is kind of a gimmick, like you're always serene, right? That's kind of...
Thanks for all the content.
Thank you, Paffle. Thank you, Paffle Mage. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought now. Jumping mechanic. What are we talking about? The jumping mechanic. Oh, the Serenity. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I feel like the Serenity is a bit of a gimmick. Like they made a big deal of the Serenity, but realistically, like for me, I don't often think about Serenity. And even when I was team hunting, it's still not really something that you have to consciously think about if you are playing the monk properly. So linking stuff to Serenity, I don't know. Like, if you link something to Serenity, it's just always active because you know, realistically, you are always serene as the monk. I mean, yeah, exactly. The whole point of Serenity, that it's literally the only thing. You can't be the main blocker, and you can't replace an EK. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That is the whole purpose of Serenity. So linking stuff to that, you know, I don't know. To me, Serenity is just like a bit of a weird concept, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even rework that somehow in the future, because it seems kind of, I don't know, kind of pointless, to be honest. Yeah, high level team hunts monks. Yeah, not great. They can't hit enough monsters, which is always the expected issue. Which is why we need a way to hit more targets, right? Lower damage, but more targets. And the thing is, another thing is more reliable way to hit targets. Like if you could guarantee, this is the thing, if you could guarantee that every single one SQM of like your Flurry of Blows and Greater Flurry of Blows and Chain Penance hits a target every turn, it'd be fine. The problem is, with the way that team hunts work, like you'll be lucky if you can hit 3 or 4 monsters with like Greater Flurry of Blows while you run into a pull, right? You're just missing out on tons of possible damage because you're running and you don't have a perfectly positioned box, so you can't really hit things effectively. But someone like, mages and paladins, they just slap down an arrow and a rune, and it's targeted in exactly where you want it, instead of like originating at the caster, right? So I don't know. I don't know how they resolve it, because it just seems a very fundamental issue. And we finally got another garlic necklace. There we go. Yeah, exactly. There's the positioning is the issue, right? And it's fine in a solo hunt because you are fully responsible for the positioning, which is why the monk is fine for solo, because everything is around you. You can land your spells. You can manage the monsters in such a way that you can hit your abilities. But in a team hunt, it doesn't really work, right? What would be the best element for Knight Axe here? Earth. I think Earth is best. I think Ice is also good. I mean, from energy, Earth is definitely better than energy. And those are the ones I focused on when I was looking at the elements. I think even for an EK, and I think Poison is Earth is best. But I've heard that Ice is good as well. Yeah, has anybody actually run the numbers for an EK here? Because I actually didn't. I assume Earth is best, but it is possible that Ice might be better. If I remember, I'll check after the stream or towards the end of the stream. I'll have a little review because I'm actually interested. I forgot. Because whenever now, obviously playing the monk, I just check the earth and the energy elements. Really, I don't really check anything else. You wouldn't mind if the monk was trash at team hunts and great at solo? Yeah, well, me neither. But having a dedicated solo vocation, I don't know. It would warp the game around it somehow. Like everybody would just play the monk, I think, and team hunts would be like dead because most people prefer play solo ultimately. Obviously not as fun as playing in teams, but if the results were good, then people would prefer to play solo, I think. I don't know what's going to happen long term, the monk. I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm just playing, having fun. Ultimately, while we like to shit on Tipsoft, I mean, it's great fun to make fun of Tipsoft. They have kept this game going, you know, in a pretty reasonable state for like 28 years, right? So I'll give him the small benefit of the doubt, and I'm just gonna assume that the monk is not gonna be absolute garbage, and they will somehow make it okay. So far, they're doing all right. So far, my biggest complaint is that the last nerf shouldn't have happened a day after summer update. I still think it's another garlic necklace. Nice. I still think it's an outrageous time to do the nerf, but you know, whatever. The nerfs themselves are not like particularly outrageous and stuff. Like it's still a good vocation and stuff, right? So I'm kind of I trust the balancing. I don't know if they'll be able to solve that team hunting issue without like basically having to almost remake their vocation from scratch. The vocation, the community sucks. Everyone is so jealous because monk is fun. Yeah, the monk is fun. I will admit that it is the most fun vocation, in my opinion. I mean, you know, everyone likes different things. I don't know if people were hating because it was fun. I do think people were hating because the results were unobtainable for other vocations. "15 minutes boost." So try and we'll try and finish it here. Then we'll do a quick refill. Where am I? Have I got myself trapped a little bit? Then we'll do a quick refill, and then we'll try and check out Catacombs for at least one lap or so. Although I don't know if I'll have enough time. I'll have to check my wife when she's coming back with the kids. We'll try, but it's possible that maybe halfway through the lap in Catacombs we'll have to like run out. Is it better to get T2 low blow or just? Oh, I think you lost the T1 in the question. I'm assuming you mean is it better to get two of them at T1 or one of them at T2? And the answer is to get one at T2. Never bother with T1 charms unless you're just building towards T2 of that particular charm. T2 way better. So yeah, just get T2 low blow and then start working towards T2 savage blow. And family priority over tibia. Yeah, well. I know, it sucks, doesn't it? But it is what it is. Real life gains instead. Are they much better than elemental charms? For solo hunting, I think so, yes. For solo hunting, I think low blow and savage blow are incredible. For team hunting, I would go mostly with elementals. With minor charms, is it worth going above 45% fatal hold? No, I just have the basic one. I just have T1 fatal hold, and it's generally speaking okay. On the odd occasion, it won't trigger, but it's very rare. Tier 1 Fatal Hold on like higher level is sufficient. Higher level of Fatal Hold only really makes sense on lower levels, right? If you go to like Nightmare Scions or Worms or whatever, actually having a higher level Fatal Hold is actually kind of pog because that, you know, those monsters like run away after like one turn. But on higher level, when you're hunting like Dark Torturers and I don't know, Iron Blights and whatever else runs away on like higher level, it's usually fine to just have tier 1 Fatal Hold. Is Cripple good for Medusas if I already have Fatal Hold? Sure, I guess. I mean, I don't have it. I don't know if I'd be investing it unless I was already planning to reset my charms. I don't think Cripple is good enough long term. Check my Ashik. Hi Kusnier, from what level would you recommend ultimate spirit potions only? So I don't think it's ever like a case of using ultimate spirit potions only or not. The first thing to understand is that ultimate spirit potions are not very efficient mana and health wise. If you want to profit, you want to use as weak potions as possible. So great mana potions ideally if you're going for profit only. But ultimate spirit potions make your hunting very comfortable, and if you don't care about profit as much, then you should go for those. And you know, the monk profits so much everywhere at a higher level anyway. Like you can see my profit now whilst using ultimate spirit potions, that it kind of seems stupid to be, you know, dropping down to great spirits and great manas. The long and short of it is, if you're hunting something really hard where you're potentially dying, by all means use ultimates. If you're doing something fairly easy where you're not really at risk of dying, you should be using great manas or great spirits. That's like my summary, I would say. There's never a point where you have to always be using ultimates or always great manas, whatever. It really depends on the difficulty of the respawn and your own personal preference for how valuable more profit is to you. To me, it's not really, because I have tons of money in the game anyway. So I don't care if I profit an extra 100k per hour or not, you know. Or just, you know, yeah, you can play like a paladin, so that, you know, you're kind of using great mana potions to refill your mana between boxes, but whilst you're in the boxes, go like ultimate spirits just to make sure that you survive. Yeah, you can do that. But then you do, the only downside to that is you do need an extra hotkey. Like I like just having one hotkey for a potion, so I just use one. But yeah, you can carry 2 types of potions as well, of course. It's a nice respawn now. Yes, I think it's a nice respawn now. I think it's very, very nice, actually. Dipsoft have done it again. You mean it's going to get nerfed next week? I think they'll let it. I think they'll leave it in a strong state for quite a while. I mean, it's a summer update, right? They like it. They like the respawns to be competitive for, you know, quite some time. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is, you know, maybe 6 months down the line, a little rebalance downwards here. But it's going to be a while, I think. It's not like broken or anything, so. Please no, nerf. Have you tried Pirates? No, I hate that quest, and I never invested the time into going there. I fully expect that it's an incredible respawn for the monk, but I haven't actually been there. I think it's going to be a great Pirates. I think it's going to be one of the better profit spots for like mid-level, well, low-level-ish monk. Balance Brawl, Lopa, if you haven't used it. It feels weird to start with, but once you get used to it, it's really good. It's, in my opinion, it's on the level of like an EK ranged etc. It's really, really good. It's way, way, way better than like a Paladin's ranged etc. So you're fine. You just need to kind of get a hang of it, and then it's really, really good. Isn't that spawn always botted? I don't know. Maybe. Like I say, I haven't even got the access there yet. So T2 low blow before savage blow. Yes, I do think low blow is better. Slightly better. They are balanced together, but they are, you know, theoretically around the same power level. But I do think low blow is a little bit nicer than savage blow, and that's the one I would get first. Yes, monk has great capacity, indeed. I do kind of love that about the monk. For example, here I can hunt. I can get full supplies, full capacity of supplies, and I can stay here until my supplies run out. Looks like I could hunt here for about 2.5 hours on my full supply run, which is like awesome, being able to hunt that long without having to refill. I don't know if it's controversial, but on a new monk, you should get cheap charms before you get... Yeah, yeah. I mean, you weren't here earlier, but that's exactly what I said. I think ultimately you want to get low blow and savage blow, but because it takes like 4,000 points to even get those, I do recommend getting like freeze, zap, and poison first, and then once you have 4,000 charm points, you can reset. Yes, that's not controversial. I agree. If you have a rooked character like I had, then just go for... oh, another garlic. just go for low blow and savage blow straight away, but obviously most people won't have rooked characters, right? How much did this spawn go? I don't quite know what you mean, so I'm going to assume that your question is how high this spawn goes with experience when you try hard. And when I came here off stream first, like earlier today, I was getting about 6.5 KK raw with no charms, no animus, and no praise. So I think this respawn here, the castle area, fortress, whatever you want to call it, I think it goes up to about 7 KK raw, which is pretty damn good for a level 600 with great profit as well. I do think that the dungeons, the underground levels, scale even better than that. They are much harder though, but I do expect those to scale up to like 8, 9, 10 KK raw with levels as well. We're gonna go there next. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to go there today, but I will be streaming also on Thursday for sure in the day. So if we don't get to go there today, I'll definitely stream Catacombs on Thursday. I kind of feel like we probably won't make it today, now that I'm looking at the time. Kind of stayed here for a little bit too long. Sorry. Qatar versus Bow. What are you talking? I don't understand the question. Oh, you mean Nag Qatar or Cobra Bow? Cobra Bow is better. You definitely want that extra leech. Yeah, fair enough, Lopper. That's fine plan. Obviously, that's the thing, that you always have to like adjust your plan and stuff, whatever works for your server and your situation. It's fine. Nothing in this game is like super rigid, you know. Cobra Bow is still much better. Like the summer update hasn't really changed very much with that. Monk profits are crazy, but have crazy expensive items, so maybe it's fair. Well, see, the thing is, Monk has expensive mid-game items. So Monk has like, you know, the mutant hide trousers, the demon mango and stuff. Those are like much more expensive than the equivalent items on other vocations, of course. But, and obviously then there's the soul mask, which is also expensive. But the rest of the items are not more expensive than other vocations. And honestly, like, once you get to like the level of Sanguine, it's actually cheaper than other vocations. I mean, my Sanguine weapon and Sanguine trousers cost a total of like under 200 KK. Like Sanguine legs for the Paladin or the EK cost like 300 KK by themselves. Never mind like the Sanguine weapons and stuff. So a full level 600 set for a monk is not more expensive than a Paladin or an EK. In fact, it's cheaper. The only thing that's expensive is like the Soul Mask. But again, at level 600, you can just use the Sanguine Claw. And even so, the Soul Mask is not like absurdly expensive if you account for the Sanguine cost of items for like Paladin and the EK. What is expensive for the Monk is like the mid-game items, right? The Cobra Bow, the Moonspade, the Demon Mengu, the Mutant Trousers, etc., etc. But once you're actually out of those items into like Sanguine items, it's actually not so bad, in my opinion. Shemaronin. No single Moonspade on my server. I'm not surprised. If it's a new server and nobody's killing Brain Stealer, why would they? Have you tested Nightmare Isle? It's not good. It's not really worth it. You can go there, but it's really not good. It doesn't have that much kiting room. Like, honestly, I would personally just wait until you can go Upper Rashomon and then go Upper Rashomon. I don't think Nightmare Isle is not even in like my suggested list of respawns on Tibia Power because it's not. There's no point really going there. You can, but it's not good enough to really consider, I think. Not that new, just empty. Oh, okay, fine. I assumed you were on like one of those new servers. Maybe you play in Zuna. Yeah, my sheriff. Hello, Atreus. Hello, hello. I think we can do one more lap. At that point, we'll have to probably refill. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I think I may not have enough time for a proper Catacombs respawn. Refill. I think what we're gonna do. I'll have to check what time my wife is coming. I still don't know. She may come like any minute. So I don't really want to be going Catacombs because Catacombs is like so convoluted. It takes like 5 minutes to run out. So if I need to like run out in 30 seconds, I'll be in trouble. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this pull. And there is a respawn that I wanted to try and test. That's actually really easy to run out of in case I need to bail at a short notice. And that would be Warzone 8. You know, the fire Warzone for profit. So I think maybe we'll finish here in another lap. I have 100 potions left. And then we'll pop to Warzone 8 and see if we can make a little refill in there, see how it is with the Sanguine Claw. And when I stream on Thursday, we're going to do a deep dive into Norcferatus Catacombs. I should hopefully have the bestiary for the Norcferatus for the little ones by the time we stream on Thursday. Maybe. So that should be a little bit easier as well. After what level would I start as Silver Palace after all the nerfs? Yeah, I would probably wait until having an energy weapon. I was kind of like Mirror. Yeah, 250. Yeah, 250 probably. You definitely need. You will definitely need to have the Bruges, right? The amulet. Not physical. I mean, it was never physical. Like I only used physical there because I didn't have a better weapon at the time. You know, if you go to level 200, you use destruction weapon, of course. But if you go to a higher level, so that you have, you know, lion claws or moonspade, then you would use energy. Energy is better. What charm should I pick first, critical or elemental? If you have enough points, then go for the critical. Go for low blow and savage blow. Otherwise, you can start off with the elementals. Generally, I would say zap, freeze, and poison are generally the best. But then you would probably want to reset your charms to low blow and savage blow once you have enough points. Thanks for all the support. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Paul, the wise gardener. No probs. All right, 60 potions left. I think we can do 2-3 more pulls, and we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave pretty much bang on with like zero potions. Nice. The efficiency never stops. Because I want level. Ooh, true. Yeah, it wasn't actually. I wasn't quite looking at that. Let's see if we actually do get it. It says 0 minutes, so hopefully we should get it. Jason, sub whip at T1. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's see if we get the level here. I guess let's stop using mana potions. Nope. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Here we go. Level. Do you stand by Virtue of Justice being completely dead? Yes, I do. I still do. I'm just using. I use Virtue. I do use Virtue of Justice for bossing though. I do find that it's better. It's better for bossing. Just because otherwise the rotation is awkward because you want to be using the forceful uppercut or whatever it's called. Yeah, the devastating knockout has got a 24-second cooldown. So if you're in Virtue of Harmony, it's really kind of awkward. You have to do it every 3 rotations instead of every 2 rotations. So I prefer doing Virtue of Justice because then it works nicely with doing it every 2 rotations. That's all. That's the main reason. I don't actually know if it's even better. All right, here we go. 6.2. Oh, good. All right, almost 2 hours. 2.8 KK profit. Not bad. Not bad. Oh. You also hit the bosses more often when skill is higher. Yes? Yep. 15 Catacombs now. I don't know, man. I don't know if I have enough time. I just explained. I think we're going to have to come here. I think we're going to have to go to Catacombs on Thursday when I have like a 2-3 hour slot. I don't know when my wife is coming back. She could be back like any minute. So I don't know that I can risk going to Catacombs, especially because Catacombs is so awkward in that like if you're in the middle of the pull, it's going to take like 5 minutes to run out. So I can't go to Catacombs now. I'm sorry. Why you don't tier up the gear? Because then people complain that my results are only such and such because I have tiered gear. So I generally avoid tiering my gear but I am planning to tier it at some point. Once I've recorded all my guides. I'm planning to record a few more guides. But once I've got like all the level 600 plus stuff, I'm probably going to tier the Sanguine Claws and the Sanguine Trousers. Is it Catacombs of Oromond? No. When they say Catacombs, they're talking about Norcferatus dungeons. Hello, very low. Wife dominando, of course. We all know how it is. We've just finished testing Norcferatus Fortress, very low. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Now I don't know how long I have. I have anywhere between like 5 to 15 minutes before the wife is back. So I'm actually gonna run and try Warzone 8 for a bit. I mean, the charm points don't matter that much today. They're just, you kind of expected to have charms. I think I need to update the shield as well. And I did have a charm I kept for this, the damage boost on lava fungus. And let's see how it goes. I have no idea if it's going to be any good. We can try though, right? How many charms you have? I have 10.8 thousand charm points. And I have 8 charms unlocked. Those are all the 8 charms I have unlocked. Divine Wrath, Freeze, Low Blow, Overpower, Poison, Savage Blow, Wound, and Zap. And I have 1,000 points left over. I'm probably saving for tier 3 Low Blow now. So I need 3,000 more points. Hey, Kus, how is Monk for soloing bosses? This is what I like to do, kind of single target strong monsters. It's fine. Depends what bosses you mean. Like I do like Mitma Vanguard like every day almost solo. So that one's, you know, that kind of level of monsters, you know, Oberon, Tamira, Vanguard is fine. You're not really going to be doing anything else solo though, of course. You're not going to be doing Magma Bubble solo or anything like that. All right, let's give it a quick go. While I have a few minutes before the wife gets back, let's do a reset of the analyzer and see how this goes. I think I have to be kind of careful here, not to overdo it. I'm pretty sure if I get like closed boxed, I die very, very quickly. On the other hand, I do have a Marudri Bruce, which is great here. Yeah, not easy. Solo Huntress, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime sub. You can handle the explosions of Mitma boss. Yeah, no problem. I wear prismatic ring and it's fine. Okay, I just got a text from my wife saying we'll be back in about 5-6 minutes. So yeah, so I won't. It's a good job I didn't go to Catacombs because I'd be in trouble. But hey, look, 1 minute 64k profit here. That's a 3.6k profit per hour at Warzone 8. Good test. Good test. We can leave now. Although they do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage. Let me finish at least one lap and see how it goes. Let's do 5 minutes. From 5 minutes, we can deduce a little bit more. And then afterwards, I'm gonna drop very quickly. You are pro in MS? Nah, I'm gonna be learning MS soon. Once I finish the content I have planned for the monk, I'm gonna be playing MS, and we'll see how it goes. Definitely not going to be pro at the start, but I'm hoping to end up being pretty good at it eventually. I don't see why not. It may take some time. We'll see. Severely lacking 150 to 200 range. That's because there's not really all that much that you can do in that range. It is just Grims, dude. Like, what else? What else do you what else do you suggest? Lava lurkers. There you go, lava lurkers. I'm definitely gonna try and do at least one zero supply hunt on the sorcerer where I'll hunt just with waves, just for the jokes. Sorry, I'm focusing a little bit because those monsters, bloody hell, they do a lot of damage. I think we'll call it here though. Let's have a look. Let's kill this. So, 180k profit in 4 minutes. Call it even 5 minutes. Call it round up to 5. Oh, there, it's just gone to 5 minutes. So in this little test, we've done about 35k per minute. So around 2k profit per hour. Obviously, this is not a particularly representative test. I'm not gonna pretend that 5 minutes is a super good scientific test, but I think it's a pretty good idea of what you're gonna be able to do here. I think 2k ish profit, maybe, you know, somewhere between 1.5 to 2k per hour. I think is definitely going to be doable there in Warzone 8. So yeah, it's a pretty good profit spot then. I'm gonna have to give it a proper go at some point, but I think it's gonna be good. Good to know. All right, I am gonna go in a second. Let me see if there's any questions. If you have any questions, ask me now because I'll be going in like 2-3 minutes. Didn't Mitma have the possibility of exploding twice? I don't know. Never happened to me. I hope they fixed it. Hasn't killed me. I caved and went where hyenas earlier, and I think you can start Medusa Tower a bit early with worse results. Maybe, although people were complaining at some point that Medusa Tower was too difficult and they were telling me off, saying they died there, so I don't know. Zero supply Oberon on MS. Possible. Hunting without potion is very doable on MS. Yeah, I'm gonna do some. I don't think it's optimal. Like, I think optimal you do want to be using runes at least sometimes. But yeah, hunting without supply is also going to be possible. Quick question on lesser gems. I opened 50 and no full HP. How important is it? I got 3 times plus 100 HP but no full HP. Should I keep trying? Oh, unlucky, bro. You should be getting on average 1 in every 20 openings. So you should have had at least 2 by now. So unlucky. And honestly, yeah, you kind of do want to get them because you then upgrade them. And you get plus 300 HP per gem. So yeah, that is a lot better than the 100 HP gems. It's not the end of the world. If you've got a plus 100 HP with some resistance, if the resistance specifically is also good for you, that's fine. Don't freak about it over too much. But if you can't get those flat HP ones, they are very, very nice. By the way, when did you get access? At some point. At some point, I did all the tasks to Warzone, if that's the question. I remember that I once did a 0x0 0 supply Oberon on 500 plus MS, just life leech. Impressive. That's pretty impressive. Mitma can explode multiple times. Fuck it, hasn't happened to me. It's scaring me though. At which level do you recommend to solo kill my Vanguard as monk? I mean, I think from like 500, it's fairly comfortable. It's easy enough to survive a single explosion on 500 plus if you've got like prismatic ring, especially if you go for like a shockwave amulet or at least the whatever lightning pendant, is that what it's called? Whatever, the basic one, right, with 20% energy protection should be fine. I was doing it then anyway. All right, let's find somebody to raid. Let's have a look. Ewek, VDA, Pedro. Not many people that I know are streaming right now. I guess we'll go for what's VDA Pedro streaming? Oh, he's streaming some monk stuff. Let's go to VDA Pedro. Quite like the guy. He's a Brazilian streamer. I think he says a thing or two in English now and then. I quite like him. He's currently hunting Bookworld on a monk, so yeah, reasonable content. So you can pop over there and say hello. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will be streaming on Thursday. Probably in the day. I have a day off on Thursday because I'm flying away to the UK in the afternoon, so I should be streaming in the morning. I would expect on Thursday I'm going to stream from SS, from server save, for a couple of hours. Hey, wakacje kredytowe. I'm just about to finish. Sorry. So yeah, I'll be hunting then. SS until like midday on the Thursday European time. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Hopefully see you then. And yeah, bye-bye. Have a good day.